Don't worry, no issue. Ah, okay. So, okay. So first, I would like to call Miss Divija. Yes, ma'am. Please introduce yourself. Then we can start our session. Okay, you can start.
So voice is not clear.
I am not clear. Ma'am, you
No,
can
sir. Like
start.
I got there was a
Yes, yes.
okay, sir. So good evening, everyone present here. I am Divyaja. I am working as TGT Science in Sri Mukamika Public School. I am a CBSE resource person as well as AIEF Master Trainer under SDG 4. So today, what I feel is I'm very much supportive towards the inclusive and educations in the school where it will be creating a supportive learning spaces for all the students. So in this session I look forward for sharing my thoughts on how this education can break stereotypes, empower the students and build a fairer society so that whatever the future of the student is, it would be much more better.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Divija, ma'am,
So,
you can start now with your topic.
sir, this isn't, I think so, not my slide.
It's not your slide.
This, yes, sir, this is not mine.
Just wait, just wait. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. And I am just going to. Okay, it's a slide of Dola, ma'am, right? Is it your slide, ma'am?
Yes, yes, this is my slide.
Okay, just wait.
That
Yes,
is
ma'am.
mine, sir. Yes.
Okay. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Now you can start.
Okay, so what I feel is why gender equality is very important. First thing, it is going to be empowering all the students. That is not just boys, girls, even few students who doesn't like belong to the other community also, even they will be able to achieve their potential. And because of this gender equality, it will be like an enhanced learning environment which is created at schools. We know that school is the space where many good things, where there will be space for the creative societies which can be grown from that. So it will be enabling a learning environment where it gives equitable learning environment for both boys as well as girls, and it will be showing collaboration as well as respect among the students. So why this is very important? Because it is like long term societal benefits. So in order to have a better future, in order to have a good society, if the gender equality is introduced at the school level, it will be prolonged throughout, irrespective of the gender, irrespective of the community where they belong to. And as a result, this young people will be empowered on how to engage in their communities. So can you change the slide? Yes. So there are few challenges when we are talking about the gender equality. First one is stereotypes and cultural norms. Yes, we all know even at our homes, we had undergone certain stereotypes and cultural norms. So the student, if as a female, we had certain restrictions, and as a male, our brothers or the younger one or the elder one, whatever, they had certain restrictions which has been given. So the stereotypes and cultural norms which has been present, this is kind of hindering the equality in education. See, we have this concept as a science teacher. Most of my students who are the girls, they don't opt for science most of the time. Whatever it might be, a civil engineering part, mechanical part, they feel that belongs to only boys, not for the girls. So that is the main thing which has to be taken out. It is like a stereotype which is already present, where girls are only good at humanitarian subjects and they have to opt it. So this current challenge is one where we have to break the stereotypes and cultural norms. Second one is discrimination and harassment. See, gender-based discrimination and harassment is affecting girls as well as the other youths adversely. There are certain they think that this topic doesn't belong to girls and they don't accept the ideas of the girls also. Then lack of female role models. Yes, that is one very important thing which is happening. We don't have such female role models or the teachers or leaders who talks about this discrimination and who creates inspiration so that the students are going to opt the STEM fields, that is the engineering fields, where they are much more only thought that it should be for the boys. But if we give certain inspiration, if we have certain kind of talks to them, the students will be much more inspired and they can go towards the topic which is not just for the boys. So these three are the current challenges which we have in our educational system, which has to be changed by teaching the gender equality in the schools. So next slide. Okay, so how can we do that? That is the next question. So, as a teacher, we first need to get trained up. Teacher training and teacher workshops is what much more important. Most of the time, the STEM related works, we schools send the male teachers for the workshops. That has to be stopped. Even the educators who are good at certain fields, there are girls who are very good at even the physical field also, where something related to the physics parts, even the teacher, if they are trained, if there are certain workshops given, that will be much. Second is inclusive curricular development. See, school should be a place where the curriculum should be diverse. It has to give challenges irrespective of the gender norms. It should be equal for both. If you're doing a project, both boys as well as the girls has to do the same project. Girls are not only for the humanitarian activities part, even they have to be included in the STEM parts also. Then next is empowering programs for the students. Like we have to give certain kind of initiative programs where the speaker has to be talking some inspiring things to the girls, so the girls can be adapting not just for the social part or not just for the other part. They need to know why science is very important. Even girls can achieve in that particular area. So these kind of speaks, if it has been given to them, that will be helping us to get gender equality in the school. So next slide. Okay, so to have all these things happen in a proper way, what I think is there has to be certain rules and regulations which has to be given. So first one is enforcing fair policies, where school should be implementing strict anti-discrimination policies and protect all the students. So this policies has to be regularly reviewed and made sure that it is effective throughout the year. See, second one is we have Inspire Awards or innovation events held where the students or nominate innovation ideas. See, this is one where the girl students also can be given opportunity. So they can build something, they can create a model. If that model is accepted, they will be given certain amount. So that model will be helpful for the future also. So these kind of activities, if it is done, if these kind of regulations is given more importance, then automatically the gender equality will be seen in the schools also. Next is institutional and government support. So that is also very important, where policy frameworks can drive systemic changes. So as we are improvising, even the changes also has to be done by the government also, where rules and regulations also should be upgraded. Not just upgrading the education system, based on this gender equality also certain rules has to be upgraded. If that is done, automatically we will be able to promote this gender equality in a better way. And the last one is parental and community engagement. See, parents, they have restricted themselves that girls, after this, they have to get married, they have to get settled. So that thing has to be changed. There are so many good things which the girls cannot. Life has many things which has to be done. So just restricting them for one particular place, that is not good. So involve the parents also. When we are involving about these things and explain them, even they'll be able to understand what is happening. So how can we measure this? So if we have included all these things into the curriculum, how it can be measured, how it can be made effective. One is the data collection and analysis, where you analyze the data on the students' enrollment, how they are doing, what has been done, whether the performance has been increased, whether the performance has been decreased. So, data collection and analysis can be even, and feedback mechanism. Most of the time, the feedback mechanism works the wonder, where you have to implement the surveys so that we will be getting insights into what is happening inside the school, whether there is gender equality, any change is happening, whether there is any problems which is taken, the students are undergoing. So even that can be given a good solution. Next is recognizing the achievements. See, where we celebrate simple milestones of the children, not the bigger one, but the simple one, where we will be able to tell that the student, whatever they are practicing, is very good. What they are doing is wonderful. They can achieve much more better. So, if we foster these kind of achievements, they'll be able to get a positive culture, and the gender equality can be improvised in the school level. So, next slide, please. So, lastly, what I feel is that so there is certain things which we have to do, how we have to do, and what is the call for the action. First one is the commitment. We know we implement so many things in the school, but that is not like committed one. As the time passes, we don't look at that whether it is going in a proper way or not. So this commitment has to be ensured by the school to check continuously reviewing whether it is in a proper way, whether it is going on, all the regulations are followed or not. Next is empowering the students. So we have to keep on encouraging the students to voice what their needs are, to foster their responsibilities. And when we are empowering them, automatically they will be leading to a better community engagement. And last one is we have to invite all to participate in this gender equality movement. Until and unless we are not telling about this, the students will not be able to know. Even the stakeholders, it might be parents, even it might be other teachers, other schools, whatever it is, they won't know. So it has to be an initiative where we have to start it, we have to bring everybody together. And once everybody are brought together, it will be we will be able to implement the policies in a much better way, and that will be promoting the gender equality. Yes, sir. Next slide. Okay, so I feel that when we are talking about this gender equality, if we are producing a better future citizens, it has to be done in the form of a better, equally balanced, who are not discriminated based on their genders. That is what I wish to state. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes. Okay, most welcome. Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. And now I would like to call Miss Dola Bhattacharya. Yes, ma'am, please. Now, first you need to introduce yourself, then you can start.
Yes, thank you, sir. This is Mrs. Dola Bhattacharya from Narayana School, Kolkata. I am the vice principal of the school. Recently, I had been asked to say a few words, rather present this particular SDG 5 in a way so that the children and the stakeholders in the educational world, rather the educational fraternity, they have a total knowledge of it. May I ask you to go to the first slide, please? So the first slide.
Is it, ma'am?
No, next. Yes. Well, SDG is one of the parts which we are very much, it's an imbroglio right now. It's a burning topic where we know very well that Niti Udyog has actually implemented this in 2015 and it was given to take the birth in 2015 and take the conclusion part by 2030. And these goals are basically encompasses all the segments of education as well as having a very, very healthy lifestyle. We are having 17 goals on this, and today our topic is based on SDG 5. And we would like to go to the next slide where it has been given that our constitution is basically dealing with these SDGs in different segments. Well, I don't want to go in a detailing of it. Article 47, Article 48A, and 51A has given a slight touch on these SDGs, which was actually being given in the year 1958, but this did not take place in a total wholesome way. But we are trying, every government is trying to give it a particular shape in different segments. So this SDG 5, in the next slide, we will see that in this particular segment, it is a cross section, all the segments which we are having, the 17 goals, it actually is a cross section and it is multi-dimensional. Our SDG 5 comes under the segment of social welfare, or rather the social segment of the total growth of a child. It comes under that particular segment. And in this particular segment, we are very much aware of the gender equality, which will be displayed in the next slide. Here we have a very interesting way where it is written that, in the next slide, please, smash patriarchy. Smash patriarchy is a portion which we all know it's a social taboo, and where we are very much acquainted with the way we are being suppressed by the patriarchal society. But how to bring the change as a global movement through this SDG 5? The only way out is by sensitizing the people. Who should be sensitized? First, nowadays, as because it is the Gen Alpha generation, this is the Gen Alpha which we are talking about. Gen Z has already in the back seat. So, Gen Alpha, we have to make the netizens aware of what is gender equality, because gender is basically it's not it's biological, right? And we have to crash this particular theory that a particular gender should be allotted, or particular gender should be reserved for a particular work. So this can be only done not by only the segment of giving some placards and giving some making some programs. We have to make it totally aware from the grassroots level to the children, those who are totally away from this particular net zone. And how to do that? That will be there in the next slide. That we have to make them do a global commitment. It is in the next slide, please. The global commitment, where we can tell them that there is no difference between a boy and a girl. Here we have many strategies which has been taken by the government, where it has been said that many certain walks also have been made, where it has been totally nullified that the discrimination should not be made. And as because this patriarchal society is dominating the whole system, so we have to be very cautious about it, and we have to make it in the segment that sensitize the people and make them, give them the data how the woman can lead the whole segment without discriminating. So empowering and giving them the equity. So in the next slide, we will be seeing that uh, how the government is actually, in the next slide, the government has proposed several programs which has taken the initiative to align with the SDG. It is the National Education Mission, it is the National Health Mission, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. These are the missions in, I can say it is in a nutshell, that we are having Pradhan Mantri Yojana, Ujjwal Yojana. These are some of the programs which have been which have been actually chalked out by the government, which is helping to empower the women. And today we are very proud that in every sector of the Indian citizens, we are having this particular empowering of the women. We are having different slogans. We are having our president as the woman. So we are very happy that people are, maybe to not a huge extent, but to a certain extent, they have been uh, educated about this particular gender discrimination. In our next slide, I can show you the Venn diagram where it has been shown that what are the SDG targets, and these SDG targets, how it is being made in the preamble. It is made the preamble, how it is helping the society to grow in a hope. SDG targets are actually being operated by the nodal ministries, and the nodal ministries, they are operated by the central ministries, and the central ministries are giving the sponsored program. So this is a huge work which is being made, and I think the youth should be made aware of it, because in the coming generation they will be facing the major problem in educating their next generation if they are not educated. And we will be in the next slide also, I have explained this particular fact where it has been shown that SDG achieving gender equality and empowering women and girls is not only a one day job. It is a sustainable job. It is consistently this particular awareness. In the next slide, it has been shown that this awareness should be consistently being given to the whole society, especially the youth. And here we are having a total data where you will see that due to this gender inequality, how the crime against women has plotted. If you see in Delhi, the maximum rate of women crime, the crime is against the woman. So they have become a victim of it. But why? Are the people not aware of it? Are we not able to make them aware of that? It is, if there is a lady alone walking on the street, then he might be somebody's mother. He is my sister. So this particular sense has to be given through education. And today, if a child is telling this at home, definitely the elder ones, those who are there, maybe the first generation learner, the parents, the older ones, those who are there, they can be having the knowledge that their child is getting this knowledge in the school. So it is our priority that we give these SDG indicators to the children whenever they are having any sort of zero period in the school. And school is, I think, the best place to sensitize the youth. And in the next slide, again, we are having the economical boost, how the gender equality is mattering, because it is a woman or a man, they are complementary to each other. So economy cannot run if there is no profit, there is no loss. So we have to understand that this both can make the men and the women, both can make the whole pyramid of the societal pyramid to stand in a very firm position. There should not be any leadership gap within the parents. There should not be any, because the first gender which a child sees at home is the mother and the father. And if he or she comes up in a very healthy atmosphere, he will automatically have that respect for the both the genders. So we have to bring that education right from home to the children and make them aware of how the society is getting twisted by the different societal taboos, and that has to be crushed. In the next slide, I have very, very clearly explained the fact that the violence, whether there are many violence which are coming up, and we are very much aware. I am from Kolkata, so I hope everybody is aware of the recent imbroglios which are coming on the news. But at the same time, people are made aware of the, maybe the justice has not been given, the justice has not been, but yes, law takes its own time to come up. So definitely we can have the faith in law, and we will fight for it. We have to go for it. We have to make our children understand that these are the violence which are going on. If you are an educated child, then you have to literally fight for it. So this type of pervasive violence, child marriage, still it is there in the rural areas, remote rural areas. They have normal procedure that if the child is coming to its teens, automatically they have a tendency to get rid of the child by getting her married, which is a totally if we go by the pages of history, we can say that this has been crashed totally by the the Bal Vivaha amendment, which was given long back in the history pages. And also, there is a probability of the society to go ahead with this type of education by telling and by saying by giving the placards, by making up some shows, by doing some skits in the schools to tell them that how it biologically hampers a child. So in the next slide, again, I'm having this particular educational priority, how the educational priority, how in a particular society, if a woman and a man, they are growing together, how healthy the family will be. If a woman is negative at home, the whole atmosphere has a negative vibe. If the woman is happy at home, then the whole atmosphere in the house always becomes positive. And obviously, if I take the examples not only of the house but also of the society, we can see that the many companies which are headed by women are having a very, very acute perseverance, resilience, and they have an acute growth in their company. I'm not saying that the men are not having it. Yes, with the contemporary, very recently we had a very recent views of the Calcutta University, where the vice chancellor was very firm in her verdict, and that was accepted by the law. So we have to understand that law is not against us. So we cannot just say that we can be dominated by the men segment. We can have the justice provided we walk on the right path at the right time. Here we have, in the next slide, we are having the ladies. Very recently, the Ramsay Award, the Foundation to Educate Girls Globally, has awarded 2025 Raman Magsaysay Award by this particular organization. And if you see the graph, the bar graph, you can see very well that in India and in global organization, how the women have taken their seats. So there is no question of having this gender inequality. We all are complementary to each other. We should know that here we have Sundar Pichai as one of the CEO, as the CEO of Google. We have Padma Shri Warrior also. We have Indira Nui. So many names are there which we cannot put it up in one particular slide. And as the time is also very less, so I would also have a quick review of this through the quiz time. Because, sometimes it happens that certain things which are coming in our mind or we are thinking about it, we cannot express it. So let's see how we can express our views through our next slide, which is the quiz time. Yes, in this
Actually,
particular
ma'am,
quiz,
it's somewhere not accessible, but
I know,
I will
I know,
mention the link in the description. No need, no issue. I will
yes, yes,
mention this link in the
yes,
description.
this particular jot form, if they take this particular part and take it in the mobile, automatically it will go to their mobile. So I would like that those who are the participants, they can take it and they can convert with it. Okay. And yes, the last slide which we are having, get together for a gender equal world. Let us come together, let us sensitize everybody, and let us create a world with equal opportunity. So the timeline or the catchline, if I say, of today's total gender equality or SDG 55 is we should be very, very cautious about our existence and we should live by letting live. In the last slide, I think I am having the Google form that also will be can be scanned and it can be given to the participants so that they can give their reviews. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to you.
Okay. So As we come to the close of our today's session, so I would like to take a moment to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed panelist, Ms. Dola Bhattacharya. Your insights were thought provoking and gave us new perspectives to reflect upon. And we had already another panelist, Ms. Divija. Your contributions added a great depth and clarity, making the discussions even more meaningful. Both of you have truly enriched this workshop session on SDG 5 panel discussion with your knowledge and passion. On behalf of our participants, I sincerely thank you for your time, energy, and valuable inputs. We look forward to learning from you again and again in the future reference. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And yes,
Thank
and
you.
you will see your
Thank you, sir.
recording
Thank
on
you.
YouTube. I will send it to you all very soon. Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Now you all can left this session. I will also share the certificates to both of you. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, Divya, sir.
No need to
Thank
say
you, sir.
thanks. No need to say thanks. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay. You all can
Okay,
left
sir.
the
Thank you
session
for the
now.
opportunity to. Okay, sir.
No,
Thank you so
definitely. We will
much.
also have another sessions. And in the next session, ma'am, I am planning that, it was our first session, but in the next session, that will be, we may say that AIF session. In that session, participants will also included. They will listen to you. So be ready and prepared for
Sure,
that.
sir.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Sure, sir. Sure, sure. Just let me know the topic, sir. I'll prepare to it.
Yes, ma'am, I will let you know. Yes. On
Okay, sir.
WhatsApp, I
Thank you
will
so
send
much.
you to you. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Thank you very much,
Okay, sir.
Divya
Thank
ma'am,
you.
Dola
Thank you
ma'am.
so
Thank you very
much.
much. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.